Coming up in this episode of the Theme Park News Show, I share more details on a huge new nighttime spectacular coming to Walt Disney World. I also reveal news on a new ride coming to Universal Studios Hollywood, talk about the future of Holiday Park in Germany, and much more. It's Friday, the 12th of April 2019, and this is the Theme Park News Show. I'm Sean Sandbrook and welcome to the Theme Park News Show. Yet again, it's been a very busy week for us here at Theme Park Worldwide. Lots of new videos have gone online, including new vlogs from Pleasurewood Hills, where we go and ride the Express, the new roller coaster for this year. Along with that as well, we visit Joyland in Great Yarmouth. I also do a vlog at the Sea Life Centre there as well. And coming up tomorrow, as in Saturday, that'll be the final video from that trip from Great Yarmouth Pleasure Beach. So stay tuned for that one, a vlog filled with on-ride POVs. So make sure you check that one out. Also then we had a video go online from Thorpe Park, which was a merchandise tour that me and Charlotte filmed when we was down there last week. So if you've not seen them already, check them out here on the channel. Like I said, just you've got that new vlog coming tomorrow from Great Yarmouth Pleasure Beach, but what else is to look forward to? Well, if you follow us on social media, me and Charlotte actually went to the Bear Grylls adventure at the NEC in Birmingham. It's owned by Million Entertainments. It features various different attractions, including indoor skydiving, diving, and also along with that there's a high ropes course as well. We filmed a video there. We've got lots of exclusive footage that they allowed us to film as well, so that's coming up early next week as well, along with a vlog from Fantasy Island. So make sure you stay tuned for all of that here on Theme Park Worldwide. There's also a couple of other bits going to be happening over the next week as well, so stay tuned for all of that. Anyway, quite a lot of theme park news to get through, and definitely a lot of photos that you guys have sent in. So yeah, let's get started, and of course have a little bit of news on the tracks. The first piece of news this week comes from one of my favourite theme parks in the world. Now, of course, if you love Disney parks, you're going to love Epcot. It's a fantastic park located at the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. And last year they announced that their long-running nighttime show, Illuminations Reflections of Earth, was going to be coming to a close. We've now got a date for that. It's going to be ending on the 30th of September 2019. And you know what the good thing is about that? As much as I'm absolutely gutted that the show's closing, I knew that from when it was announced last year. I was quite upset that it was going. However, the good news is me and Charlotte are going to be there on that date because that's when our Florida trip is. So brilliant. Charlotte's going to get to see Illuminations for the first time. Obviously she's never been to Florida, and I'll get to see it again, even though I sort of said my own farewell to it when I was last there in September last year. So really pleased with that. But not only are we going to be saying goodbye to Illuminations Reflections of Earth, we're also going to be saying hello the next evening to a brand new nighttime spectacular called Epcot Forever. And we're going to be there on the opening night. So we'll be in Epcot back to back. We'll be there for the closing night of Illuminations, and then also the next night, which will be October the 1st, 2019, for the launch of Epcot Forever. So that's a couple of bonus vlogs there. Say goodbye to the old and in with the new. So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going to put some footage on your screen now, released by Disney Parks over the past few days. A few little shots of what we can expect from this new nighttime spectacular. It's going to run until a new main show takes its place at some point in 2020 on the World Showcase Lagoon. Of course, you've got all the different countries around there. I've got all the different restaurants and things as well. So everybody sort of comes together at the end of the day in Epcot to celebrate all them different countries and the beautiful part that Epcot is. So it looks fantastic. As you can see from the footage, this new show is going to take us on a journey through the past, present and future of Epcot, featuring a collection of different songs from the past and also what we can expect in the future as well. A bit of a trip down memory lane, and also looking forward to the different possibilities what are coming to that park in terms of new rides and developments. Also, like you can see in the video, There is going to be some jet skis with people sitting on the back flying kites with all LED lights on. So that's very different because they've never done anything quite like that before on the World Showcase Lagoon. So I'm very happy with that. Kind of inspired a little bit, it seems, from Fiesta Ventura. If you've ever seen that, at Portaventura in Spain, they have something similar with kites on jet skis. So I wonder if like some of the Disney Imagineers have seen that or if it's just coincidence. But I'm really happy with that. So there you go. We're going to be there for this, the launch of Epcot Forever, the opening night at Walt Disney World. Can't wait for it. Are you going this year? Comment down below. And also, what are your thoughts on the removal of illuminations, but this new show coming in, obviously gearing up ready for an even bigger show to launch in 2020. Me personally, I'm very excited and I can't wait to share it all with you guys. Next up then, some exciting news from Holiday Park in Germany, as over the next few years the park are going to be investing 25 million euros into refurbishing parts of the park and also adding some new attractions. Firstly then, the Rapids ride, that's going to be having an upgrade for 2020. We're going to see a dinosaur theme coming to that for next year. Quite interesting because Holiday Park is owned by the Plopsa Group that also of course own Plopsaland de Pan in Belgium. Their log flume is currently having a retheme at the moment to dinosaurs, so we might get an early indication as to what the Rapids is going to look like at Holiday Park from what we see done this year when it opens in the summer at Plopsaland de Pan. Along with that as well, in 2021 they'll be opening a Mack Ride Splash Battle, a Zamperla Disco, and also a large water play area for the children as well, so that's a big new area coming into the park. Also, we know that a hotel is going to be opening in a few years' time as well, with 80 rooms. Again, Plopsaland de Pan are currently building a hotel set to open next year, so that's very exciting. And again, it might give us a bit of an indication as to what we can expect from the one at Holiday Park. Last year, the park opened a big indoor area. Looks really good. I've not seen anything from that in person. I will be going back to Holiday Park in the next few months, so make sure you stay tuned for that. It's quite close to Europa Park, so I'm also going there and making my first ever trip to Tripsdrill as well, so I'm looking forward to sharing that. But yeah, it's certainly very exciting, and I'll keep you up to date with all the developments here on Theme Park Worldwide as and when they happen. Along with that then, let's go over to Walibi Holland for our next piece of news, and that comes from Untamed. Now I've got a few different images here that have been took over the opening weekend. It opened last week, and of course the new area of the park, which is Wilderness, that's replaced Sherwood Forest. Because of course Robin Hood, which was the former wooden coaster that's been transformed by RMC, yeah, it was called Robin Hood, and it was inside the whole of Sherwood Forest with a few other rides. So people have gone into this area for the first time and seen it, and there's all sorts of themed structures and things around, and it gives you a bit of an idea as to what we can expect for the overall finish for Untamed. So here's a couple of images on your screen. You can see there that you've got the nice entrance sign for Untamed. Looks really good. That'll be a great photo point. Kind of reminds me a little bit of that of Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point. Nice big sign. You can stand next to it and have a good photo, and I'm sure me and Charlotte will do in July when we're out there on our Netherlands trip. Along with that as well, you can see they've actually kept a former train from Robin Hood, and they've got it on a piece of wooden coaster track in the queue line for Untamed, so that's quite a nice little thing to do, isn't it? A little throwback to the history of the ride. Along with that as well, as we can see from Wilderness, there's a lot of other work going on with all the queue line around there. The station's having work done at the moment as well, all ready for July the 1st when this new coaster is set to be open by. We've also got a concept image from the train design. Here it is. I did show this on social media, so give us a follow on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram if you haven't already to see stuff as it comes out. Links are down below in the video description. But yeah, look at this image. It looks very, very nice. A modern style design to it on there. Very different to any other RMC train actually. So I'm looking forward to seeing that in person. Hopefully it's as shiny as it looks there on the concept art, because I think that'll look amazing running around the track there at Walibi Holland. Very excited for it. They've got two of those trains. They're not on site at the moment, but I'm sure as the track starts to come towards completion over the next month to 2 months, we'll start to see the trains there ready for testing. And as the park's already open, I'm sure we'll see lots of testing footage from people out there in the Netherlands and sharing it on their channels and social media, all leading up to this ride opening. Like I say, me and Charlotte are going to be there to go and ride this in July. Not for the opening, as of course we're on our USA trip, but it will be a few weeks after the opening. We'll be there to check this out, and I'm really excited for it. Next up then, it's over to Universal Studios Hollywood for the announcement of a new ride coming to the park in 2020. This is going to be based on The Secret Life of Pets. And yeah, like I say, it's going to open next year. It's going to be located next to the Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. It's a bit of a tongue twister for me, that one. It's located next to that ride. I did actually visit the park back in 2015 as part of a California trip. We had a great time, and I'm overdue a trip back to California, so definitely like to get back out there at some point. Maybe next year get back to Cali and go and see it all. But yeah, it's going to be opening next to Despicable Me. Yeah, it's going to be a new tracked dart ride from what I can work out. There's not loads of details about it at the moment, but all we know is the ride itself is going to be called The Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash. So I like the little pun into that. And of course it's going to be based on the 2016 animated hit that I've not actually seen myself, but I've heard that it's quite a good film from a few people that I've been chatting to over the past few hours. But yeah, along with that as well, a bit of the storyline behind the ride. It's going to take you through recreations of New York City, through all the different streets, sort of leading towards a pet adoption event. So that's obviously going to be the finale of the ride, or the highlight of this overall experience. And yeah, the ride's sort of going to explore what pets do when they're away from their owners or when they're not at home. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this is. Hopefully not too many screens. Universal have got into a bit of a habit over the past few years. Jimmy Fallon, for example, Fast and Furious, they're putting a lot of screens. So hopefully we're going to go more down the Harry Potter coaster route and have lots of theming, because that looks great. There's not a screen inside at the moment, and hopefully there's not going to be. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Not loads of details at the moment, but I'll keep you up to date as we get them. Next up then, we've got the final piece of news this week, and that is from Legoland Windsor. Some exciting news, because Legoland is still the busiest theme park here in the UK. And of course tomorrow, as in Saturday the 13th of April, they will open the Haunted House Monster Party, their brand new ride. Unfortunately, I can't be there tomorrow. I would have been there, however, I'm at a family wedding tomorrow, so yeah, that kind of took priority. But I will be there next week to go and check out this when I'm back from the Italy trip. But yes, very exciting news has come from the park, because they've got planning permission for a huge expansion, which is going to go ahead. We'd say sort of a bit of a 10-year development plan, really. They've not said that, but from looking at it, it's not all going to be done over the next couple of years. We're talking, you know, between 5 to 10 years, I would say, a bit like what Alton Towers do with their development plans. But what we know is there's going to be 4 new rides. That's in addition, of course, to the Haunted House Monster Party. There's going to be 7 projects taking place in total, which is good. So 4 new rides, a holiday village, which is going to be built in 3 phases, just to the left of the entrance area, called The Beginning, which is also going to be having upgrades. They're going to be expanding the big Lego shop, putting in some extra turnstile area and ticket booths, that sort of thing. Along with that as well, a new indoor attraction. Again, this isn't the Haunted House I'm talking about, another indoor attraction going to be coming. And yeah, it's certainly very exciting for Legoland. All that's going to be happening. Like I say, we can't really put a time frame on it, but I'm saying between 5 to 10 years is what we're looking at from other park developments that we've seen and development plans, which is certainly very exciting, because Legoland needs it. They need capacity at that park. I enjoy visiting there. I know I'm not the target market for that park, but you know, I'll be going there to check the Haunted House out. It looks really good so far, other than around the back of the show building, so hopefully they're going to cover that up. But yeah, it seems like, you know, things are moving forward for Legoland. More accommodation, they've already got 2 hotels, and the fact that we could potentially see a roller coaster added here, so I really hope so. They need another coaster to sort of take away the pressure from the Dragon and Dragon's Apprentice, which are the only 2 coasters in the park, so, and one of them's tiny, isn't it? So yeah, what would you like to see at Legoland? Comment down below on this video, and I would love to know your thoughts. Anyway, it's now time for the very, very popular, you all seem to absolutely love this section, it's Where Am I? Where am I? So yes, welcome to Where Am I? Great to see that you're all enjoying this over the series so far. It really is a good section, isn't it? I'm enjoying bringing it to you guys. And yeah, now it's time to talk about that image from last week. So I'll put it on your screen again for you now so that you can see it. That is what I showed you, and a lot of people got this one wrong. In fact, I don't think anyone's got it exactly right from what I've seen in the comments. However, some people have got very close, because people have said that it was at a Disney park. That is correct. I'll take the image down again. So yeah, it was at a Disney park, but which Disney park was it? It wasn't Disneyland Paris or Shanghai or Hong Kong or anything like that. It was actually from the busiest theme park in the world, the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. And here it is, that zoomed out image. It's me standing there during a visit to Florida a couple of years ago on Main Street, USA. And some people manage to work it out from the Disney green, because they've got their own shade of green which they use to sort of hide away buildings and that sort of thing. And that's what the fence is just out the corner. So well done to anyone who got that one right. Not many of you, if anyone. It was very, very tough actually. So yeah, I'm not going to make it any easier though. Oh no, let's have another one. Here we go. Where is this zoomed in image? Whereabouts am I? Where could it be? Surely someone recognises it there by now. I mean, this one's maybe, is it a little bit easier? A little bit more recognisable maybe? Anyway, I'll reveal exactly where that image is in next week's episode. Our first on location episode of the series so far. And that's going to be coming from Italy. So I can't wait to share that with you all here on Theme Park Worldwide. Welcome to a bit of a crazy Your Theme Park moment. Of course, Charlotte, my wonderful girlfriend and also the admin assistant here at Theme Park Worldwide, goes through all of your different messages that you sent in throughout the week. And anyway, just before I was about to record, she says to me, Sean, we've had 59 items sent in, 59 photos for this week's video. And I was gobsmacked. I was like, oh my God, that is crazy. So anyway, we best kick straight in with it. This is a brand new record for us. Honestly, we've never had that many sent in before. So yeah, let's get started with your theme park moments. Honestly, this is brilliant. Of course, if you want your picture to be in next week's episode, send it in to us as a message on the Theme Park Worldwide official Facebook page and also on our official Instagram account as well. Charlotte will get back to you, let you know if it's going to be in the show, and yeah, you'll see your image just next to me here next week in Italy. I don't know why I'm doing that every time, but here we go. Let's get started. So here we go, 59 photos. First we've got Alex with a photo with me and Alex. There you go. Next up we've got Chloe, Florence and Ellie Mae at Disneyland Paris. We then got Kian at Alton Towers. Up next we've got Liam and Katie at Portaventura. We then got Katie at Thorpe Park. Moving on, we've got Susie and Steve at the London Dungeon. We then got Natalie with a Flume on-ride photo. Next up we've got Connor and Ella at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And then we've got Eleanor with me and Charlotte. Next up, Jamie outside the Alton Towers Dungeon. We then got Molly at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Then we've got Orla at Alton Towers. Next up then, we've got Michael at the Alton Towers Dungeon. We then got Jenny at Thorpe Park. Next up, Izzy and Sophie at Thorpe Park as well. We then got William with a Wicker Man on-ride photo from Alton Towers. Next up, Shannon, who's got a picture there, also at Alton Towers. And Clayton's up next, also with a photo from Wicker Man. Next up, we've got Paul there with a Jewel on-ride photo. And then Kian and David, who had a picture with me. Ella also had a picture there with me as well. Do apologise for saying your name wrong there. I think it's Ella. So thank you very much for sending that one in. You know what I'm like. Also, we've got Cheryl and Paul, who had a photo there with me as well. Jay is up next with a Full Throttle on-ride photo. And Adrian with an Icon on-ride photo there as well. They've got Anthony and family at Alton Towers. And Lewis and Archie, who had a photo with me there. Then got Hannah at Alton Towers. And then we've got Jack and Sherry, also at Alton Towers. Ollie's up next, who had a picture with me and Charlotte. And then we've got Reese at Alton Towers there as well. Then got Emma and Hannah at Alton Towers. Yet again, very popular Alton Towers this week. Rebecca's up next at Fantasy Island. Then got Michelle and her children at Chessington World of Adventures. Liam and Rebecca also at Fantasy Island. Next up we've got Jack, who had a photo with me, Kian, who had a photo with me there as well, and Amy and Ryan, again, who had a photo there with me. Steve and Becky are up next there at Walt Disney World, and Tom and Steph at Alton Towers. We then got Brandon, Donna and Kira, also at Alton Towers. Really popular, isn't it, this week? Crazy. Katie's up next with a photo from the Smiler just there, and then George is at Alton Towers. And they got Natalie and Finley at CBeebies Land, which is also at Alton Towers. And they got Alex and friends outside the Smiler, which is, I'm not even going to say it. There we are. We then got Joey with a Runaway Mine Train on-ride photo. No, I'm not going to do it. And they got Jeff and Rebecca at Dollywood there as well, not Alton Towers. And they got Tyler with a Jungle River on-ride photo. Next up, we've got Jonathan at Alton Towers just there. They got Tom with a photo there from the Swarm at Thorpe Park. They got Tom and Richard at Alton Towers, so thank you for sending it in. David's up next with a stealth on-ride photo. And then we've got Ben, who had a picture with me and Alex just there. We're still going, not many left now, we're still going. We've then got Martin with a 13 on-ride photo, and then Robert with an icon on-ride photo there from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. We then got Ella, who had a picture with Alex, and Becky with a stealth on-ride photo. Tom is up next at Poulton's Park, and finally we've got Liam with a stealth on-ride photo also from Thorpe Park. Wow, that is absolutely crazy, but I'm not quite finished yet because we've got the birthdays. But first, a very special happy birthday to Ross. I know you're a big fan of Theme Park Worldwide and you really wanted a special shout out with a photo, look at that, from Accelerator there at Drayton Manor. So thank you very much for sending that one in. I think someone stitched you up there, haven't they? But I heard you're a big fan of the channel, so happy birthday, Ross. Along with that as well, we've also got some other birthdays. These go out to Joyce, Jake, and also Tom. And also a very big congratulations from me and Charlotte and everyone here at Theme Park Worldwide to Tom and Steph on their wedding day. Congratulations, guys. There we go. Like, that was absolutely crazy, wasn't it? 59 different photos plus the birthdays sent in. Thank you so much to everyone who has sent the photos in. Of course, like I said before that section, get everything sent in for next week and you'll have it in Italy in next week's episode of the Theme Park News Show. I'm Sean Sandbrook. Thank you very much for watching, and that means it's time to cue those credits. See you next Friday.